Week 22 here, and we're going to talk a little bit more about compound complex diagramming and also about the verbal participles. Last week in week 21 we did infinitive, which we learned was to plus a verb, and that acts as a noun, adjective, or an adverb. The participle verbal is simply acts as an adjective. So if you have the ing form, that acts as the present participle. Oh, jumping. How about jumping? Or if you have the ed, that acts as a past participle. So jumping, jumped. That's the present, and that is the past. And that can be used again as an adjective in a sentence. Here is an example of the verbal participle in action in a sentence. The jumping child broke his wrist on the trampoline. We know that we're looking for an ing or an ed word, so it's obvious that jumping is going to be the word we're going to focus on. And it is describing child. It's answering one of the questions of the adjectives. And what are the questions of the adjectives? It's what kind of, how many, which, or whose. So which jumping, or which child? It is the jumping child. So jumping is acting as an adjective. Ooh, an adjective, which it is a verbal participle. So when you're doing your quid et quo, that is what you're going to be looking at. Now, this is a year 2 and a year 3 thing to learn. So those who are in year 1, if it's not clicking, don't worry about it. Just mention it so the vocabulary is there. And then each year you're going to dive into it more and more. Okay, and here's how we are going to diagram the verbal participle. So the sentence is, flying machines are fascinating. This sentence is on your chart Q. And flying is capitalized because it's the first word of the sentence. And it also is this pretty slant there that will show that it is an adjective coming off of the subject. In your chart Q, it does show a different kind of line. Let me show you what it shows. It has more of a straight, on my left hand like that, and then it has like flying written like there. I find that more annoying because I feel like it should be like this. It's more smooth. However, you feel free to do either way. Both ways are correct, and they're both in the book. So you choose which is best for you and your student. And then on break, well, actually it's part of your week 22, at home, the jumping child broke his wrist on the trampoline. I'd like you to go through the question confirmation for this, diagram it, and then those third year students and the other students who do the quid et quo, please go through that whole thing with this sentence. All right, good luck, have fun. Okay, so before we go on to compound complex sentences, I just wanted to review the predicate nominative and the predicate adjective that we're going to be working on. So the first sentence, Tom is the captain. Let's just go through and quickly label this just to refresh our memory. Who is the captain? Tom, correct. Tom is our captain. So he's our subject and he is a noun. What is being said about Tom? Tom is. So is as we have our verb. Okay, and Tom is whom or what? Tom is the captain. Can captain rename or replace Tom? Yes, it can. So captain is going to be our predicate nominative, And we're going to label the verb is as linking. That's right. Good. So predicate and linking, and which captain? He is the captain. Okay. So that is just a refresher on predicate nominatives. And now let's go down to the bottom. And I'm guessing that you could probably guess what this one's going to be. But let's go through it anyways. What smelled spoiled? The milk. The milk smelled spoiled. So that's our subject, and it is a noun. And let's see, what is being said about milk? It smelled stinky. And let's see, the milk smelled like what? Smelled spoiled. Like milk smelled what? It smelled spoiled. Which milk? Is the milk, so that's our oh, that's supposed to be AJ too. So that's an AJ. Good. Let's see, what kind of milk? Again, an adjective describing. Good. And then we get to our questions about the spoiled milk. Can spoiled replace or rename milk? No, it can't, because spoiled is not a noun. It's an adjective. It's describing. So does spoiled describe milk? Indeed it does. So that is our predicate adjective. And the verb is also then linking. Okay, that's a really simple review from week 9 and week 10 many moons ago. Can you believe we're already on week 22? It's crazy. Okay, I'm going to go get a couple sentences for compound complex. We're going to go through that real quickly, and you guys can continue practicing those through your analytical task sentences. All right, so here is a very long sentence. The old cat who likes to sleep enjoys warm milk, and she loves to cuddle. So we want to define here what is our independent clauses, and if we have any dependent clauses within the sentence, so that we know how to go about the sentence. So I see a who within comments, and the who which clause are adjectival clauses, and they cannot stand alone. Who likes to sleep? That doesn't make any sense. So that cannot stand alone. So that is a dependent clause, an adjectival. And then without that, we have the old cat enjoys warm milk, and so that's our conjunction. She loves to cuddle. Both of those are independent and can stand on their own. So here we have a compound from the and, complex, which also includes a dependent clause, the who, the adjectival clause, who likes to sleep. So at home, I'd like you guys to go through this with your moms and see. First, you're going to label it. You're going to go through your analytical task. You're going to diagram it and work through that in addition to your analytical task sentences 1 through 5. For the first year, see if you can get through 1, 2, and definitely 3. And if they're on a roll and they're getting it, then go to sentence 4. And for your second and third years, they should definitely be able to do 3 and 4. Number 5 might still be challenging for them, but everybody's doing so well this year. So please be sure to do that. And maybe come up with some of your own compound, complex sentences about your animals at home or some of your favorite animals at the zoo. Take care.